Hello everyone, my name's Ethan. This is my channel, Gringo Campesino. I have a really short video today, but something's happening in my house that only happens every few months, so I thought I'd show you. It's pretty cool to see. I'm being kind of invaded by army ants. So they come through every few months. As far as I understand, they're ants that are mostly nomadic. I don't think they have a permanent location. So they will go through an area and they will clean out all the insects. So really nothing I can do about it. I'm sure I could try to poison them, but there's probably literally millions of them. And it's not like a plague or anything. It's not going to kill anything that can move, really. Any of my big animals, I don't really need to worry about it. Little insects, though, like cockroaches, for example, and some ground insects, maybe some frogs, things like that, you will occasionally see them being caught. So it's not the same exact species, but when I was in Africa, they would call them house cleaner ants. And when I lived in Africa, it was a lot more extreme than this. Here, you just see a few lines and they're patrolling. But in Africa, you'd see, where I was in Malawi at least, you would sometimes have to leave your house for the day, sometimes the night, because they would just engulf the house. And they'd be carrying away spiders and cockroaches and any other insects, sometimes mice that they find in the house. So this is a little less extreme, but let me switch the camera angle. I'll show you these little guys. So this is just one of the trails that's going like by the side of my house here. It's a little bit easier to see on the concrete here, but they do hurt. When I walk through them in my bare feet, they'll swarm my feet, and each bite will be kind of like a sustained bee sting. Not super bad in any way. You can handle it. So you can see a few trails in here. They're patrolling right next to my house. You can see over here as well. And what does happen, if you break their pheromone trail, they'll spread out. And so I went over here just a few minutes ago to check them out, and I had stepped on a trail that I didn't notice, and they swarmed my foot. And like I said, it's like a bee sting, but in a lot of ways it's a little worse because it kind of gives you a small allergic reaction that's really itchy afterwards. So you're not going to lose any sleep over it, but it's definitely uncomfortable. It looks like here some of the army ants found a nest of some smaller ants, and they're completely decimating the smaller ant colony. The smaller ants are just running away in every direction. This little bastard is looking for a soft spot in my hand to bite. An example of this. He's trying to bite into my heel. My heel is too thick for him to really make any headway. But you can see he's big, and it takes force to pull him off. So you can see over there I have a full colony. They're on patrol. They're carrying a bunch of eggs and larvae, and I don't know if it's their larvae or if they managed to get a hold of another ant colony and they're feeding. But this is my entrance, and so I have to jump over this. My understanding is that in some places, maybe down in the Amazon where it gets a lot more extreme, you can have babies that were left in like a crib that will start crying, and the parents just thought it was something normal, but the baby's actually being eaten by the ants. So I don't know if that's this species, but it's the same type, more or less. So you see a few of these trails here. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I actually don't mind them at all because they will clean out and eat any eggs of cockroaches and spiders and things like that. So anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting to share. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.